Hello and welcome everybody to this GTA 5 plane review video I've got here for you today, and today we are reviewing the Buckingham Nimbus. It's one of the newest planes available to buy from GTA Online, and it comes up at a cost of 1.9 million in-game money, so it's quite a hefty price tag compared to some of your other private jets. Let's go ahead and look at some of the features now and get you to have a nice look of the outside of the aircraft. So this plane is a fixed wing plane with a low level wings, and the wings have no winglets on them. And this makes the wingspan of the plane quite a bit considerable larger. It has a large wingspan of 63 foot and 7 inches, so it's a very large wingspan, quite considerably larger than your normal private jets that we have available to buy on GTA Online. It has 2 jet engines secured on the back, which obviously power the plane. They're the same position as all the other ones, just located on the back. They look to be the same sort of engines, just the standard engines that they all seem to have. On the back here we've got a T-tail fin that goes into a moderate swingback tail. So that's here. It's got a few of the antennas and the rods for the streamlines on the back there. So that's there, it's got the nice design on the tail there. We've got a few of the ventral fins on the back here at the bottom. They're used for stability while it's flying, so they keep the plane stable while it's flying. So we've got a few of those there. We've got a few on the tail as well. We've got a few of the other features, such as your antennas on top. We've got your landing gear, as in your wheels, and we also have the landing light. It's quite a smart looking plane, quite similar to the other private jets like the Luxor and the Chamel, but one noticeable other feature is the kick out airs at the bottom by the wings, so that's what sort of distinguishes it from the others, so that's how you can tell. We'll take a look inside now. This plane can sit 7 passengers and 1 pilot, so 6 people will sit in the back here. You've got 2 4 seats here, and then 2 more located in the back area. The other passenger would sit next to the pilot in the cockpit at the front, where it's shown in a minute. It's quite a luxurious inside. It's got leather seats, you've got your mini LCD TV screens, you've got sort of your nice wood displays and your tables, and it's got quite nice lighting inside. And behind us you can see it's got sort of champagne, it's got what looks to be a microwave and some nice features like that, so it's quite a posh plane. There's the door with the stairs on. One complaint I would have about this plane is the stairs. They look a bit out of proportion, they look a bit smaller than they should be, but nothing too major, and obviously when you're flying it's closed so you can't even tell anyway, but there's just one little thing I did pick up on. So now we'll go into the cockpit so you can get a view of that. Quite standard to the other sort of plane cockpits. You've got the same sort of dials, the same similar layout. You've got your screens and your radars in the middle still, and like I said, this is where the 7th passenger would sit, so it would seat 8 all together. I find it's quite a more confined cockpit. It seems to have slightly less visibility, but not too much so. Just seems like the roof sort of seems a bit lower, and the display seems that bit higher. So here we can see the outside as we're in it, can hear the engine. I'll just cut off a minute so you can hear the engine. This plane is very manoeuvrable on the ground, you don't have any problems. It's one of the easier planes to see on the ground, I found. The only one thing you have got to watch out for is the increased wingspan, but like I said, it's a bit bigger, but nothing too major, nothing that's going to get in your way, it's just a bit bigger. I find it's a very smart looking plane. I think it has a nice sleek design on it, quite a basic with like sort of 3 coloured stripes, but I quite like it. I think it looks very nice. Okay, just before we take off, I'll give you some facts. So this plane has a takeoff speed of 717 miles per hour, and this needs a distance of 5,140 feet to take off. So it needs a shorter distance than your Luxor and your Shimel to take off. It's faster than those two planes, and once we're in the air, it's a cruise speed of 604 miles per hour, which is 525 knots, and yet again this is faster than your Shimel or your Luxor, so you're paying a bit more money, but it is faster than the other two planes in sort of the same category. So what I'll do, guys, I'll take off for you guys so you can have a see. This plane has a very good rate of climb. You stick your nose up and it just climbs really quick and really fast. It's a very nice plane, I believe. Like I say, it seems to have quite a limited view out the windows. You can't see too much, but you can see enough. We're now cruising at the cruise speed of 525 knots. One thing I do notice about this plane is a lot of them are affected by the wind and the turbulence, but this plane doesn't seem to be as much. It's a lot more steadier, it doesn't knock you off your course as much, and it's very easy to fly. It's not the most acrobatic plane, it's not got the best sort of stunt manoeuvres, but it's very good for just your usual flying manoeuvres. Knife flights it's not too bad at, they're quite easy to hold, like so. They're very easy. One problem that I do find is for flying upside down, it loses a lot of altitude, so if you're doing the online lobby challenge of flying upside down for the furthest distance, this isn't the plane to pick. There's other planes that can do it a lot better than this. It loses a lot of altitude. Like I said, it's very steady, it doesn't get knocked off its course as much as the other planes seem to. Just before we come into landing, it's got a landing distance of 3,400 feet. This is more than your Shimel and your Luxor, but this is probably due to the increased speed, so it just needs a bit more landing room. It needs less takeoff room, but more landing room. It's very easy to land, very steady. And like I said, it doesn't seem to be affected by the wind as much, so it doesn't knock you off your course. You can line up to the runway and pretty much stay lined up to the runway. Here we go, just coming in for the landing now, so you get a feel. So hot onto the brakes now, takes a little bit more to slow it down to the speed, but still very steady, very easy to fly, very easy to land as well as take off. And like I said before, it's very manoeuvrable on the floor, one of the more manoeuvrable planes on the floor. So if you've got the cops after you and you're trying to get away quick, it's quite easy to dodge a police car if they're after you. So overall it's a very good plane. Is it worth the price? I don't know, it's quite good. When this video goes out, the plane is actually on offer, it has a percentage off, so it's definitely worth buying it while it's on offer. But that's all from me today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, I really appreciate it. And if you want to put in the comment section below any planes that you'd like me to future review, then please leave a comment and I will get onto those and I'll be sure to review those for you. But for all, that's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and that was the Buckingham Nimbus.